Check, check. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, everyone. We already have four people joining in. This is the watch along for the Barcelona derby between Football Club Barcelona and RCD Espanyol. Hope all the comms are working good because honestly, it has been a disaster of a day trying to set everything up. For some reason, my computer just refused to work at all. But Barcelona fielding a very, I would say, unconcerned lineup because Real Madrid dropped points yesterday. So they are already 7 points clear. And with this result, if they manage to win today, they will go 10 points clear of Real Madrid. And as such, the lineup reflects a lot of the thought process behind Hansi Flick's decision making and what he decided. Like the only surprises I have so far in the team are is that Lamine Yamal and Pedri are starting, but again, these are two players that will probably always choose to start because you can't keep them out of the game. They are not players who want to sit on the bench, especially Lamine Yamal. It could be a dead rubber game, but he's always someone who wants to play as much as he can and get involved as much as he can. So, with that being said, I think this promises to be a great derby. I think. Oops, I can't even hear myself. Yeah. I think Barcelona will probably try to attack early, get the game in bed before maybe 45 minutes, 60 minutes, and then they could take off players like Lamine Yamal and Pedri and, let the others kind of carry on the result, because their mind will be on the Atletico Madrid tie that's coming up, second leg at the Metropolitano for the Champions League. Now, let's look a bit at the lineup. I think it's a lineup that I don't think should be surprised for anybody. Joan Garcia, of course, after changing sides and moving from Espanyol to Barca, he did one of the worst crimes in humanity, like the way Espanyol fans sell it, with Joan Garcia moving across town to join Barcelona. Of course, it is it is something that's looked upon very negatively, first of all, to switch clubs from the same city, unless you're, of course, Arsenal and Chelsea. Those teams have no rivalry when it comes to switching players. But for a team like Espanyol, for a team like Barcelona, who are so politically motivated, who are so socially motivated, it's just so interesting that even in the modern era, a player of this quality made the transfer from Espanyol to Barcelona. And Joan Garcia, he is established already last season, established himself as one of the best players, one of the best goalkeepers in La Liga. And that was when he did it in Espanyol. And then first breakout season for Joan Garcia, he moves cross city to Barcelona. And that move, of course, very dangerous, very risky. He lives in Barcelona. Espanyol fans have not forgotten him. And even today at the Camp Nou, it's expected he's going to receive a very hostile reception. Gautam, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. Really glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy the game. Let me know what your predictions are for this game. Will Barcelona, with not the starting 11 that we all knew, because, they are planning to kind of play an easy game, not take too much stress, because the athletic game is what they're worried about. So, yeah. Madrid loss depressed me so much, even though I had lost all title hopes post Xabi getting sacked. The thing is, even until Xabi, the day he got sacked, I mean, the way Real Madrid brought in Arbeloa from the academy, and the way they put so much hopes on Arbeloa trying to save the team, and kind of controlling all the massive egos in the Real Madrid team. I thought the way Real Madrid fans and the club and the communication between the teams, where the way it was sold to the fans, was like, okay, Arbeloa is a savior. He's an academy. I mean, he is a Real Madrid product. He's been coaching the youth teams for half a year. He's gonna save Real Madrid because Xabi Alonso couldn't. But the records, I think, has shown that Xabi Alonso has already more losses compared to Xabi Alonso for Real Madrid. And if you look at the team Xabi Alonso faced compared to Real Madrid, compared to Arbeloa, Arbeloa got knocked out to Albacete. He lost to Osasuna, to Celta Vigo, to Girona. Meanwhile, Xabi Alonso was losing to teams like Barcelona, Liverpool. So, it is it's a decision that probably they will look back at the end of the season and think maybe we should have stuck with Xabi Alonso. I mean, the manager that brought an end to the dominance of Bayern Munich for like 7-8 years. And then they decided to sack him, and the players decided to completely go against him, and now they are kind of paying the price. Easy Barca win. Espanyol have been abysmal this year. I wouldn't say abysmal. They have certainly performed better than they were expected to. I think Espanyol, if you look at their league position, let me just pull it up. the thing is, the started of the season really, really good. They have been abysmal this year. If you say 2026 in general, yeah, 2026. But if you look at the first half of the season, Espanyol were pretty decent. Like, because of their early results, they are still 10th in La Liga now. And despite the fact that I don't think they've won any meaningful games in this year. I mean, let me just see: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 11, 12, 13 games in a row without a win for Espanyol. And the last win came for them in December. So even without that performance, they have been still in top 10, and La Liga is so tight that, if they get the result against Barcelona today and then they put on some decent runs, they're literally 4 points from seventh, and this like 4 plus 6 points from getting into Europe. So yeah, Espanyol terrible in 2026, but that early run in the season definitely saved them. Real Madrid, it was basically a cheap version of Zidane type of sales pitch to the fans, but my oh my, this team has so many issues. Yeah, not everyone is gonna come up from coaching the youth team and then suddenly win 3 Champions League in a row. I think the pressure was already too much from the start to kind of replicate the success of Zidane with a bunch of players like these. And so definitely the expectations were too high. And yeah, Real Madrid are paying the price. Of course, having the dictator doesn't help. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but since he's come back from injury, Real Madrid haven't won a game. So I don't want to say anything, because he's outside my window and he's looking probably at what I'm saying. He's probably observing the stream, Mr. Dictator. But yeah. Jyotirmoy, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Yeah, you must be really upset with what's going on with Real Madrid. They are really cooked. Yeah, they are. It's been quite the surprising run from Real Madrid in the last few games. They had such a good streak before this, and then last 3 games, and they have just completely capitulated. Hopefully a comeback is on against Bayern. They're not too far off from that. Hopefully a lot of comebacks in the Champions League and the Europa League. Celta Vigo need a comeback. Real Betis need to score. Yeah, so only Rayo Vallecano and Atletico Madrid have comfortable leads going on into the next round of the European competition. So yeah, by this year, I mean 26 performances. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Not gonna lie, Arsenal bottling the league. We will be there. Yeah, I saw the game while I was watching Real Sociedad versus Alaves, and I was like, what should I check? Real Sociedad versus Alaves. This is a 3-3 game. Arsenal bottling. What do I check? And it's very sad because my podcast co-host is an Arsenal fan, and we're gonna record a new episode on Monday for Tiki Tapas. And it's, yeah, hate to see him being sad like that. But yeah, it's a terrible time to be an Arsenal fan, I guess. Gotham says, honestly, watching all those matches, Mbappe hasn't been at his level, to be fair, but our left-hand side has been disgusting in these past 3 games and can't really fault Mbappe this season. No, I don't think anyone can fault Mbappe as an individual. I mean, everyone is sharing the same things in my DMs as well. Whenever I'm posting something related to Real Madrid, or when I posted a story about yesterday, everyone's been telling me Mbappe as an individual is incredible. He's a stellar forward, and he can single-handedly change the game. But the problem is, when you put him in a team like this, when a Real Madrid, who doesn't need individual performances, it needs cohesiveness, it needs unity. In a team like that, Mbappe is trying to do everything on his own, and he is made to be the focal player. Even in BBC, if you still think that Ronaldo was the focal point, he was not. It was a front three that played along with each other well, backed by a midfield of one of the best in the league. So Mbappe right now has the baton in his hands, where he is kind of just a very, very individualistic ideal with him. He's a great player. You cannot say he is not a good player. But Real Madrid needs cohesiveness. They need a leader on the pitch. They need someone that can rally the troops together. And Mbappe is not doing that. No one else can do that at the club right now. And it's just very concerning, really, for Real Madrid fans. I've been getting DMs a lot about that, and yeah, Arsenal are definitely not winning the league if City beat Chelsea. I mean, if they beat City then at the Etihad, then the story changes a lot, right? Yeah, if City beat Chelsea, then the lead is cut down to 3 points, considering the game in hand, and then it goes to the derby. Then it goes to the Etihad, where City face Arsenal. Um, it's really strange. It's really weird to see this happening every year, every season, year after year. Oof, Espanyol's kits look so good though. Like the away kit for Espanyol, is dope. Man, love this. Yeah, Arsenal are definitely having problems. Let's see what happens. I will be right back. All right, Jyotirmoy, waiting for you before the game starts. Ah, I love the Barca anthem so much. Una bandera Sancia hermana, la gran albera. Now, my horrible singing already reduced one viewer. I'm sorry. We were 6 people, and then because I sang, someone left. Sorry for my horrible singing, but still. Barca, Barca, Barca. All right. It's about to kick off then. Well, expectations are that Barcelona will have a comfortable victory, even if you don't consider the Atleti game that's coming up. I am just a bit worried about the the performances, or rather the fitness levels of Lamine Yamal and Pedri, because they played the full game against Atleti, or nearly the full game against Atleti midweek. Now they're starting again. A simple knock will probably destroy their seasons, and that is not good. You should have rested them. Hansi Flick should have rested Lamine Yamal at least. Pedri, yeah, I get him. You need a midfield controller, but you had Rooney Bardaji, and you could have. Oh, 1 second. Why is my internet not working? Why is my internet not working suddenly? Anyways, sorry. Uh, he got like 15 points for us. When Mbappe plays, I feel the others around him automatically feel pressured by his aura, for the lack of a better word. Sorry. He got like 15 points for us. When Mbappe plays, I feel the others around him automatically feel pressured by his aura, for the lack of a better word, and the cohesion dies from 75% without him to under 50. The team needs new addition to the midfield, and of course, some players need to hit the road. Interesting. Um, I also have felt that the same. I mean, that's the problem with having a superstar culture, like. And it's not just having a superstar, like Real Madrid have had Ronaldo in the past, and they've had the Ballon d'Or winner in Karim Benzema, and they've had, and Barcelona has had Neymar, Messi, and Suarez at the same time, you know. Man City has Haaland, who is competing with Mbappe for, the best player in the world right now. But the problem is, that ego that comes with it, it's perfectly disruptive. It's not just being a superstar, and it's not just being a World Cup winner at 19 and all that, all those credentials that you bring up to the table. But yeah, it is exactly. Uh, oh, 1 second. I have to be back. I'll be back in just 1 minute. Don't go anyways. I'll be back. Oh, sorry about that. The game already started. Um, yeah, had a bit of an emergency. I had to disappear. Uh, घर का ताला मार दिया और चाबी खो गया. Something like that happened. And so yeah, I'm back. The game has started. Oh my God, 2 minutes have already started. I haven't started the clock yet, so let me just start the clock. Uh, what is it? 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Yeah, perfect. The team needs the glue which binds our attack and defense well. Players like Kamavinga, Ibrahim need to leave for someone like a Vitinha or Wharton or someone. Yeah, Adam Wharton is a name I've been seeing thrown around a lot. And oh, 1 second again. Yeah, Adam Wharton is a name I've seen thrown around a lot for Real Madrid, and it's going to be interesting to see if it is someone that they pursue come summer. I mean, I think a lot of Real Madrid's summer is going to depend on the World Cup, and if they see any like breakout performances, like a James Rodriguez from back in the 2014 World Cup. You know, Vitinha is a good shout, but is he gonna leave the PSG super team? I mean, he's won everything there. A new challenge isn't something that I put behind him. He seems like a player that will take those chances, step out of his environment. So Vitinha is a good shout. Let's see. I think a World Cup will depend a lot on what kind of players Real Madrid look forward to. Because right now, even their transfer strategy is so undefined. Like, who do they sign? Like the names you say, Wharton or Vitinha, is what fans want. But we don't know what Real Madrid's strategy is. Do they offload Rodrigo? Do they offload Vinicius to let Mbappe play in his best position? What do they do with their center back situation? Alaba is there. Militao keeps on getting injured every year. Rudiger, as I've heard, is getting a new contract. So a lot of questions for Real Madrid this summer, and it's interesting to see how it develops. Udinese 2-0 up against Milan. What? What? Bro, what? I don't watch Serie A that much, but I have friends who watch Serie A. Oh, wow. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, yeah, we of course World Cup will of course dictate our market. Medina come in my opinion, but it'll depend on our new manager. New manager. You don't think Arbeloa is gonna stay beyond the season? because nobody knows how long his contract is. It could very well be for a year and a half or 2 years and a half or even more, even longer. So, but Arbeloa, he's trying to do a La Masia. Lamine Yamal tries to go into the box. Oh, what a shot from, who is it? Fermin Lopez. But not good enough. But yeah, I mean, what are the options for Real Madrid though? I saw a report that said Didier Deschamps is gonna he's gonna take over Real Madrid, and I gotta be honest with you, it seems like Mbappe is really the dictator, and we're not joking about it anymore. Imagine Mbappe is calling the shots and making sure it's Didier Deschamps who takes over, because he was the one who unearthed Mbappe, and he was the one that Mbappe has been playing with for the longest and so comfortable with him. Oof. But yeah, interesting to see who's gonna stick as a coach beyond the season. I mean, there's the thing about Real Madrid. There is no movement, despite already struggling. Like Barcelona is pointing out players like Bastoni or Marco Senesi, and the Kosovan striker Aslani, that's how it's pronounced. And Barcelona haven't even like lost they're still in two competitions, and they're still already planning for future. Meanwhile, Real Madrid, the reports are coming out. Didier Deschamps. What else? I mean, no meaningful links are coming up from Real Madrid's point of view for the summer, and that's a bit concerning for a team that this just the past summer, they brought in Franco Mastantuono, who hasn't clicked. Dean Huijsen has been good, but very, very injury and error prone. And who else to send? Alvaro Carreras started off really well, and now Real Madrid fans are telling me that he just, I mean, especially after that game against Bayern with Olise absolutely playing him around, absolutely toying with him. Oof, Lamine Yamal, what a shot, man. But yeah, there is nothing concrete being heard anywhere, man, which is pretty demoralizing. Yeah, that is exactly what I said, right? Because by this point, there's already should be rumors about that all these fan pages should be posting, but we're not hearing anything about Real Madrid, and it's concerning. Well, let's see. Maybe the next few weeks after this horrible run of form, something comes up and we get a clarity of how the summer will proceed. Alejandro Balde with a run into the box. Finally getting some game time, Balde, and he does well. He does well to play it around, and oh well. Wow, my stream was lagging. It's a goal. Oh, my stream. Was it Ferran? My stream completely lagged. It was Ferran. Ferran, finally. I didn't even see the goal because my stream lagged, and I was talking about Real Madrid, and suddenly I get a notification. It's a goal. Nice. Nice. That is just what Barca needed early on. They don't want to put too much pressure in trying to get big scores or trying to score as much as possible. They want to wrap this game up and then just focus on Atleti, because that game is coming up fast on Tuesday. This is Saturday night, and Joan Garcia comes out, and very risky clearance from Joan Garcia. He's out of his line. Of course, he knows his players so well. He's a former Espanyol goalkeeper, and he's gonna get a lot of boos from the away side, today. Joan Garcia follows into the footsteps of the famous Ricardo Zamora, who made the switch from Espanyol to Barcelona in the 1930s, 1931. The last big goalkeeper who made the move from Espanyol to Barcelona. And he ended up becoming so great that they named the trophy after him. Now, every season, the best goalkeeper in La Liga wins the Zamora trophy. Similarly, now, if Joan Garcia goes on to create a legacy like that, maybe 50 years from now, we're going to get a Garcia trophy. You never know. He's been such a good goalkeeper this season, the last season as well, helping Espanyol stay in the first division. helped Espanyol as well in the second division 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago. So yeah, Joan Garcia, and now he's in contention for the Spanish national team, but which he's not going to be able to break. But still, very, very great goalkeeper. But again, Ferran Torres, he gets the goal, much needed goal for Ferran. But the Barca's high line is probably gonna get exposed today because the defense is Gerard Martin again and Pau Cubarsí, who's gonna be a bit low on confidence, especially after giving away the red card that led Atletico Madrid that free kick which Julian Alvarez scored. Again, the high line is exposed. Espanyol finds space, but Joan Garcia, he's there to save the shot from his former teammate. There is no pace in the Espanyol attack. That is the problem. There is no pace, and that is what's causing the problem. Garcia versus Garcia, and yeah. Kike Garcia, always a great servant of the Spanish game. Now a forward for Espanyol. Maybe he's going to have a moment today. Who knows? Loves playing against Barcelona. City rivals. Has a rivalry with Barca. Kike Garcia. Yeah. That'll be interesting to see what happens. I like the lineup of Espanyol. 4-4-4-1-1, if you can call it. Exposito behind Garcia, Dolan Lozano, Gonzalez, Ngonge, Romero Cabrera. Romero is one to watch out, I think. He's been always lethal in big games. And here he goes forward. Romero goes forward. But it's been cut out. Eric Garcia is there back defending. Interesting. Really interesting to see how Eric Garcia's game develops. Because he has to play a big role in the game against Atletico Madrid now that Pau Cubarsí is out. Ronald Araujo is going to be leading the back line. Ronald Araujo on a Champions League night is someone I don't trust. So, yeah. Interesting. Carlos Romero with the long throw in that goes straight into the box. Espanyol creating good chances. Barca is not able to clear the ball, but Espanyol wasteful with their chances. It's a high boot on Eric Garcia. I think that could be looked at. I think the boot was very, very high. I think that is something that's going to be looked at. I don't know how high the boot was, whether there was some contact with the ball or not, but... Oh, well. There's nothing. The way Eric Garcia went down, it made me seem like he really caught it. But no, I don't think so. There is some discussion going on whether the goalkeeper... whether the goalkeeper Dimitrovic for Espanyol was, upended while he was trying to clear the ball, which allowed Ferran Torres to jump and get the ball, but I don't think there was much in that. I think it was a fair goal. Bayern up a goal in 9 minutes. I am so not looking forward to Wednesday. But Bayern is playing against St. Pauli. It is not Real Madrid. It is a German team and Bundesliga who. These teams are not fighting for the title. These teams are fighting to just stay in the division. Real Madrid, I guess, they will be more motivated compared to St. Pauli, of course. And I do have. I don't know why I get this feeling that this Champions League round, each of the results that happened in the first leg could easily be overturned. So Bayern could get overturned and Real Madrid. Barca could overturn a 2-0 deficit against Atletico Madrid. Liverpool can do that to PSG. Arsenal Sporting is very close. So I think we are in for one of the best Champions League quarterfinal round, second legs of all time. The games are going to be coming thick and fast. I'm going to be streaming for both the Spanish teams, Barca, Atleti, and Real Madrid, Bayern. I'm going to try and discuss the game, analyze the team, how they set up. Will Dictator Mbappe cause difficulties with the team? Will it be fine? We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to the game. Espanyol pegged back into their half. Barcelona playing really well again, keeping the possession. Ferran Torres, not the sharpest. Fermin Lopez with a shot, but Dimitrovic is easy for him to save it. Fermin Lopez is always an option for Barcelona going forward. The deep runs he makes from midfield are just so important. And I think Chouameni isn't available. We have to field Kamavinga, and probably General Mondi will start and get injured in the first. This get me to the World Cup already. Yeah, Chouameni not being there kind of disrupts a lot of the performance because a lot of people at the start of the season were not satisfied with Chouameni's performances as well. The start of the season, I was in Madrid until the end of September. Went to a couple of games at the Bernabeu, and outside the stadium, I was hearing people talking Spanish like, "Oh, Chouameni, está mal, it's not good, he's not doing well." But then, suddenly, Chouameni, he has saved Real Madrid many times actually this season with his long range shots and trying to change the momentum of the game. And then suddenly he's kind of won the fans over, and Kamavinga has gotten the backseat. But he got the yellow card, and now he's suspended for the game, and it's just a bit concerning for definitely a bit concerning. And Mondi, yeah, hope he doesn't get injured for the sake of Real Madrid because Champions League nights, Mondi is just different gravy. I think Alvaro Carrera should not start against Olise. He's gonna get cooked. Neither should Fran Garcia. It has to be Mondi. And whatever problems Mondi has, I think he's the best suited to take on Olise. French versus French. Probably something that's gonna nullify. Udit Sharma, welcome back to the stream. Welcome. No worries, man. So don't apologize for being late, dude. Glad you're here. Hope you're enjoying the hate watch for you, because I know that you would be hoping that Barca drops points so that Real Madrid could close the gap. But hey, who's to say? Even if Barca do drop points, Real Madrid drop points again next match week. So right now it's more or less looks confirmed that Barcelona is gonna get the league title, and they're already one goal up. And it's the derby, but it's not feeling like a derby for some reason. There's no. I mean, is it because it's a retro atmosphere, or is it because the league is almost over? Like, if the game was so tight right now, if Real Madrid were like 3 or 5 points behind Barcelona now, this derby would be so much more intense. Even Espanyol would be trying to rile up Barca, and even Espanyol would try to make sure Barcelona struggle. But for now, Espanyol, they're sitting 10th in the Liga. They're not in relegation threat. They're not relegation threatened. They're not really gonna compete for a top 4, top 6. So they're just gonna play the game casually, and it's showing. Even Barca are not that interested in this game. Both teams have nothing to play for, actually. That's what happens at this time of the league season. No one is really having a defined objective, and that is what's happening. So yeah, he switched up a gear. Best player for us post Mbappe this season. Camavinga's time is up. Honestly, his touches are poor, and so is his link up. Joan Garcia makes a save. He's okay as a late sub to disrupt things, but never great as a starter. Yeah, Camavinga, if you're talking about as a great as a late sub, I agree with you. I've always looked at Camavinga not as a starter, but always as someone who comes off the bench and changes things. And he has, in big Champions League ties, whenever Real Madrid have made a remontada, whenever Real Madrid have come from behind, Man City, Chelsea, whatever games you want to talk about, Camavinga had come off the bench and had an immediate impact. And that is why I thought Real Madrid probably signed him from Girona as their successor to the kind of Casemiro hybrid sort of, but I always saw him as like someone who comes in late or comes in at the 60-minute mark, 70-minute mark when everyone is tired, and then he injects a fresh pace. So yeah, that's what I see Camavinga as. So I mean, if he has to do well, he's gonna perform as a sub. Espanyol should help us like Bournemouth did today for City. Well, I don't think Espanyol, the way they're playing right now, I don't see Espanyol trying to pull a Bournemouth. And even if Espanyol do help Barcelona, sorry, even if Espanyol do help Real Madrid, because Espanyol hates Barcelona just as much as Real Madrid hates Barcelona. And you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But I think Espanyol is not going to cause that much trouble as much as Bournemouth did. I don't see them. They are trying, but I think Barca just have too much quality and also a far superior squad. And also Barca don't play like Arsenal. They don't play to get results. They play attractive football. They play entertaining football. Um, and they are more defined compared to Arsenal in what they want to do when they have the ball, when they don't have the ball, how much dependent they are on set pieces, how much dependent they are on the counter attack. So they have all those things sorted out. So I think Espanyol will have a tough time trying to get a result. But hey, it's a Barcelona derby. You never know. Things do happen in derbies that can always change the course of the game. Maybe if Real Madrid get knocked out against Bayern, that would help their La Liga run. Maybe they can focus more on La Liga now. Same with Barca, but Barca is already wrapped up with it. If Real Madrid want to win the La Liga, they should hope that they get knocked out in the Champions League and Barca keep on going through, because then Barca will play an Arsenal side that will tire them out, that will make them work hard, and that could probably affect Barca's run in the league. But I think we're good. I think we're gonna win the league easily, and unless something absolutely horrific happens with injuries or because Rafinha being out was one stick for Barca, and if like something like that happens to Pedri or Yamal, then maybe there's gonna be a problem. Ferran Torres gets in so well, but it's offside. Did well. Pedri found Ferran Torres really good, but yeah. The 1% chance for Madrid to win is La Liga. Is it Barca? Yeah, exactly what I just said. I said that before you sent your chat, Gotham. I just said that before you said it. Is that, yeah, if Real Madrid want to win La Liga, their best hope is to get out of the Champions League, because realistically winning the Champions League right now is harder for them compared to winning La Liga. If they beat Bayern, they're facing PSG or Liverpool. I think it's PSG. And then on the other side of the bracket, if they make it to the final, it could be Barcelona, it could be Atleti, it could be Arsenal. But Real Madrid on the final is a different gravy, so you never know. But Lamine Yamal with the goal! Oh, it's Ferran Torres. I thought it was Lamine Yamal. I don't know why my screen is so dark. Why is my screen so behind, man? I thought it was Lamine Yamal. Ferran Torres with a brace. What is going on? I'ma watch Liverpool Fulham. This is done. Yeah, man, the hate watch is not working for you, I guess, today. I thought it was Lamine Yamal for some reason, man. I'm sorry. I need to wear my glasses. But Ferran, chill out, man. Chill out. You've been terrible all season. I know these 2 goals don't make you a hero, but you did what you had to do tonight. You had to get the goal while Lewandowski was rested. It was Lamine who made the assist. For some reason, I thought Lamine made the run all the way. So yeah, very, very classy goal from Ferran Torres. And 25 minutes in, Barcelona is 2 goals up. 2 goals up, Barcelona, and Udit and Gotham. The things you guys were hoping is not gonna happen. Espanyol will not be a Bournemouth and be a thorn in the Barca side, because, Espanyol's poor run continues. By the way, it's funny that we have a better chance to win the UCL than winning La Liga. You really think so? I think winning the UCL is harder right now. Because like if you even beat Bayern, you still have PSG and then probably Atleti, Barca or Arsenal in the final, right? Wait, Espanyol is in the box. Oh, almost Espanyol get one back. But Dolan has been playing really good on the wing, but almost got it. But yes, to as what you said, I think if Barca go into the next round, beat Atleti, play Arsenal, and then Real Madrid don't, then Real Madrid has a better chance of winning La Liga than Champions League. Because Barca, without Rafinha playing high intensity games, without any break, no international breaks anymore, no nothing. Frankie de Jong just coming back from injury as well. I think Barca has a possibility of dropping points at least one time. Uh, but yeah, I think both tournaments are just too difficult for Real Madrid to win right now. They've put themselves in difficult positions because you might beat Bayern, but then PSG, the way they are playing, is a different story. They might go back to back, you know. So yeah, yeah, interesting. Let's see. Let's see what happens on Tuesday and Wednesday. Um, I don't want the Spanish teams to get knocked out. I want to keep on doing streams, you know. I don't want to. I mean, I could still do like a PSG versus Bayern stream, but who La Liga, we talking about German teams and French teams. Ah, it is what it is, you know. Let's see. I agree the path is crazy difficult, but knockout matches are unpredictable. The La Liga, on the other hand, is done. We won't be able to cover the point gap, and I don't see us winning the Clásico, right? And I think there is a calculation going on that Barca could win the league in the Clásico. And that is not good news for Real Madrid. That would make their season worse. It's already bad. Can you imagine 2 seasons in a row without a trophy for Real Madrid? Is horrendous. It's Barca hasn't had that. And I don't even remember when Barca went 2 seasons in a row without winning a trophy. They've been 1 season without winning a trophy, but Real Madrid two back-to-back seasons. Mbappe still without a trophy. I mean, if you count the UEFA Super Cup, then yeah, but still, major trophies. I'm talking about the big three. 2 seasons in a row is difficult, man. Yeah, La Liga just it's difficult to cover the point gap, and yeah, winning the Clásico. Even if you win the Clásico, probably by that point the league will be done. So yeah, just give up on La Liga, I guess. Fermin Lopez is so physical. He's playing so well down at the touchline. Araujo, Pedri, Fermin now plays it back. Exactly, my brain is fried. Even Athletic can win one. Athletic winning the Champions League finally, though, would be crazy. Over beating Barcelona, beating Arsenal, and then just one good game in the final. Yeah, you never know. Atleti, I wish I was still in Madrid, man. Winning, even if Atleti won the Champions League, and then yeah, Madrid would not be quiet. Like the amount of signings that Real Madrid would do just to, because if you look at Atleti, they make so many signings every season. They plan their season so well. Pedri, what a beautiful run! He's been brought down, and Barcelona wins a free kick. And the Copa del Rey, Copa del Rey is coming up in 1 week against Real Sociedad, and that's like the perfect farewell for Antoine Griezmann. I will be doing a watch along for the Copa del Rey as well. Of course, one of the most important games in Spanish football, the Copa del Rey. Um, you know, such a royal, historic trophy. I have held the Copa del Rey trophy, and I post that video every year because when I was working with Real Madrid, that's the year they won it, beating Osasuna, and they brought the Copa del Rey trophy to the studio, and everyone took a picture with it, and I had a video of me smiling with it. I'm gonna post that video every year before the Copa del Rey final. I post that video. Yeah, very very good trophy. Lamine Yamal standing over a free kick. Has he got what it takes to go direct? He goes direct and he hits the post. No, it's not the post. He hits the net. It didn't dip. Almost. Lamine Yamal, he's been working on his free kicks over the last couple of months. I have noticed that he, in the absence of Rafinha, he's been getting closer and closer to taking the free kicks. And I think even for Spain, the national team, he's going to be a valuable asset. With if he works on his free kicks, you know, with Dani Olmo, with Fabian Ruiz, Lamine Yamal, from set pieces, Spain could be very lethal in the World Cup. So, yeah. My God, Liverpool are so poor. I can't catch a break. Barca winning, us losing. Trying to watch Liverpool as a distraction, and even they are trash. Bro, just watch like La Liga second division. What the? Why is there fighting going on? Gavi got a yellow card, and I don't even see what's going on. Gavi, of course, man, he's always in the middle of things, man. Go Liverpool, never mind. Well, okay, at least you got your wish. Liverpool are finally playing a bit better. So maybe your manifestation works. You should probably say the same about Espanyol. Maybe you should say Espanyol are playing like trash and maybe they can just score a goal. But not on this occasion. Huh. Gavi just got unnecessarily booked because he just went and pointed the finger at the guy. Unnecessary, man. This Barca players need to calm down. Yo, did anyone else's stream got stuck if you're watching it on fan code? Because my stream just got my stream just crashed. It says broadcast issue from the stadium. What strange things happen in La Liga, bro. What do you mean broadcast interrupted? Okay, it's back now. I don't think there's much happening this game. I think Barca gonna get one more goal probably, and then they're gonna sub off all their key players and just enjoy an easy victory and then focus on Atleti. They have time to recover. They have time to kind of regroup over the week. Yeah, another yellow card. I've barely talked about the game. Nothing exciting is happening. I've been only talking about the chat, discussing Real Madrid and everything. Because the game's just, it's been, I mean, Barca's been winning, but there hasn't been any like moments of individual brilliance or like flashes of, just like brilliance. So yeah, Barca's playing like how they play. It's the derby, and Lamine Yamal is playing good. He's got an assist. I think Barca should wrap it up and sub off Lamine and Pedri at the halftime and don't tolerate any tantrums from Lamine Yamal. Like, quiero jugar más, I want to play more. No, just shut up and go to the bench, man. We need you for Atletico Madrid on the Champions League. Barca's getting so much space though. Espanyol are not closing them down. Espanyol has been sitting back, and it's because we know the game has little to no meaning for even Barca. Exactly. Like that's why I was thinking whether I should stream the game or not. I just wanted because I like Barca and I like watch their games all the time, and I thought it's gonna be an interesting experiment to see how a game is like when there's nothing at stake. If the league was much tighter, I think it would have been much exciting. Like, of course, with 9 points ahead, like there's not much to to really at stake. So yeah, Yamal needs to understand the World Cup is on the horizon. He should be rested every couple of games, but he doesn't want to. That's the problem. Like, he's got like that teenage mentality where he's like, I gotta play every single game and I have to contribute and I can't sit on the bench. It's bad for me. And then eventually, he should start rotating his minutes. And yeah, Salah rolling back the year. Salah scored? I don't know, man. I'm only watching Barca Espanyol. You're updating me about Liverpool. So yeah, maybe this Liverpool form, if it picks up now, they can probably beat PSG, and we don't have to see PSG winning out of Champions League. Barcelona player down. Someone's on the floor. Who is it? Two Barcelona players down. Espanyol. Is it Gavi? No, it's Gerard Martin. Another injury. Barca would be scared, man. No, 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 no. Por favor. Por favor, no haya otra más, please. No, 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 please, 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 please. No, 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 no. Just get him off. Just sub him off, man. Oh, get him off. Get him off. Don't do any drama. Put Eric Garcia in defense. It's over. I know it's over. Barca Espanyol was putting me to sleep a little. PSG will still have their way against Liverpool. Yeah, Barca Espanyol. Yeah, as I said, both teams have nothing to play for. Barca already 9 points ahead, 2 goals up. Now they just want to play for fun, finish the game somehow. Yeah. PSG will still have their way against Liverpool. Yeah, PSG are unstoppable now. It's so dangerous. They might go back to back. Okay, Gerard Martin is back on, so that's a good sign. No, wait, Rashford is coming on. So wait, what happens? Eric Garcia goes to defense. Fermin Lopez comes into midfield. Yeah. I think that 1% chance has started. Bro, no. Gerard Martin, Barca's defense is in crumbles, man. No. Oh, hey, what a shot! Oh, Dimitrovic with a double save. Lethal, man. This volley in the goal is crazy. Ah, Barcelona is so close to a third, man. I think that 1% chance to start it. Yeah, Barca's defense is in shambles, dude. It is therefore between Bayern and PSG for the UCL. I mean, one team is getting out, so in the semifinals at least, one team is gonna get out. So that's good. Lamine Yamal goes into the box, plays around the defender once, twice, and he's almost got it. Yeah, Lamine Yamal's finally brought some energy to the game. What a save. Yeah, indeed. The thing about La Liga is one thing we have great goalkeepers. You look at David Soria, you look at Mamardashvili from a few seasons ago. Of course, we had Stol Dimitrievski, Dimitrovic, Joan Garcia, last season for Espanyol. One thing you always have said, La Liga has good goalkeepers. We had Yasin Bono a couple of years ago for Sevilla. Yeah, man. What is that name? The name of the guy? Paul Roman, Majorca, single-handedly defeated Real Madrid with his saves. Yeah, it's 40 minutes gone, Barca 2-0. Barcelona finally look to inject a bit of energy into the game. It's interesting to see if they stick with it, or do they go into the halftime, make changes, and probably have a very boring second half. In fact, if it's so boring that people start to fall asleep, I might also close the stream. Dimitrovic fumbles the ball. Barcelona don't make the most of it. Pedri has a chance. Pedri's gonna take a shot. No, he doesn't take a shot. He takes a shot, but he shouldn't have taken the shot because he's not so good at shooting. He's terrible with his shooting. I don't remember the last time Pedri scored like a banger, but it was terrible from Dimitrovic. Tried to catch it, but spills it. And Barca had a chance to kind of trouble Dimitrovic, but they couldn't. I was just talking about how good goalkeepers are in La Liga, and then he just makes a fumble. Yeah, man, not bad. Wow, man, we have barely talked about the game, bro. It's been such a lackluster game. I mean, Amal, come on, wake us up. I'm so glad it's an early game. Like it's a game that's happening at like 6:30 in Spain and like 10 p.m. in India. I couldn't have watched this game at like 2 to 1 a.m., bro. What do you think of Pau Torres? Should he start for Spain? Because he did very well in his Villarreal times and currently his first choice for Villa. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna reply to that as soon as the free kick is taken. And Gonge is gonna take the free kick. He's gonna play it into the box. That's a good ball, but it is a good ball, and it falls to an Espanyol player, and it doesn't go all the way because Eric Garcia has defended it very well and he's put it out for a corner. Okay, what do you think of Pau Torres? I think Pau Torres has been really good for Villa. I haven't seen him particularly play because I don't follow Premier League that much. I haven't followed Aston Villa that much. I know he's been really crucial to their top four run. But if you look at Spain's defenders already, I think he is not gonna be first choice because I guess Robin Lenormand and Emeric Laporte have got it locked down alongside Pau Cubarsí. Um there's the question of whether Vivian goes to the World Cup or whether Pau Torres gets in ahead of him. I do think Pau Torres will get game time at the World Cup. I don't think he won't be a starter because the already established hierarchy in Spain is very strict. You might have the greatest season for a Champions League winning team, but that's the hierarchy in the national team is already set, and I think there is a cycle for that. So until the World Cup, I think the cycle is set. I think Lenormand, Laporte, Pau Cubarsí, Dean Huijsen, these are players that have already established themselves under De La Fuente, and Pau Torres might go in. I mean, he might make the short list, but he'll probably get game time once the league phase is secured or stuff like that. So I think yeah, that hopefully that answers your question. Madrid killed the La Liga race, man. I'm so into the Prem race now, both for the top four and the relegation. Well, if you're interested in the relegation race, you should look at La Liga as well because the teams at the bottom are very, very tight, except for Real Oviedo. But Real Oviedo beat Sevilla the other day, and Sevilla now are one position above the table. Elche, Mallorca have Vedat Murici in them, who has scored the second highest number of goals in La Liga this season. So the bottom half of La Liga is very exciting. I'm watching it every match day. I'm watching the bottom half more than the top half. Also, if you want to watch La Liga, the Segunda División, a lot of historical La Liga teams are playing good. Malaga is playing good. Deportivo La Coruña is playing good. Racing Santander is probably going to get qualification. Almeria. So the La Liga top four race is probably out already because Atleti has such a big gap with Celta Vigo and Real Betis in fifth and sixth. And the top is also probably over. Barca has a almost 10-point lead over Real Madrid. But yeah, I think everywhere else, there is good competition going on in Spain. Not the top of La Liga, but everywhere else, it's very exciting. Yeah, the bottom of the table here is quite neck and neck. Exactly, exactly. It's really tight, and I am very interested to see who goes down. Because even now, even on the podcast, even on my Tiki Tapas podcast, I talk about it we talk about this topic every day because every week we make a podcast episode. Every week the relegation contenders are different. Now this week it's Sevilla who's sitting one position above. You know, last week it was Elche. Week before it was Mallorca. Then they beat Real Madrid. Now they're safe. Sometimes it's Alaves. There's just so much going on at the bottom. Sometimes it's Levante, sorry, not Alaves. Levante and Sevilla are playing a game 2 weeks from now, 19th versus 17th. And so, yeah, it's just such an exciting time at the bottom of La Liga. Just like Raya is experiencing this what happened to hierarchical difference. Hierarchical difference. Yeah, Raya, many people think is the best keeper in the Premier League right now. Everyone thinks that. A lot of people think so. He should be starting in the Spanish national team over Unai Simon. But Luis de la Fuente has coached Unai Simon from the under 15s, under 17s, under 19s. He's coached him to the Euro 2024 win, to a Nations League runners-up medal as well. So suddenly, he's not gonna change the hierarchy. Even though Joan Garcia, David Raya, these are players that should play for Spain because they're so good. But Unai Simon hasn't made a single mistake playing for Spain. So he has no choice but to start Unai Simon. Anyways, good discussions as we talk about everything else except for Barca Espanyol. The halftime has come up. My thoughts on the half, well, both teams have been invisible. Ferran Torres has been the only kind of highlight of the game, scoring two goals when he needed to, finally. But everyone would be wishing that these goals came in under better circumstances, under better matches, when they actually needed Ferran to score, maybe against Atleti or whatever. But yeah, halftime is here, 2-0 for Barca. It's one of the worst halves of football I've seen this season from Barca. I don't know why there is no motivation from any of the players. It's an early kickoff as well. It's 6:30 in Spain when they're kicking it off. It's 10 p.m. for us, and there's just no spark in the game. So, yeah, it's a halftime. I guess I'm gonna take a break. I mean, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be in front of the camera. I'm gonna check in with what everyone else is happening in Europe, what Liverpool are doing, what's going on with the other teams. But like, this game has been horrible to watch, honestly. Milan is still losing 0-2. Interesting. Let me just pull up. I'm gonna watch IPL at least, but who's winning in the IPL? Let me check. Chennai Super Kings 212 for 2. How the hell did Chennai get 212? Sanju Samson scored 100. That's why. Shivam Dubey, Ayush Matre with 59. Okay. Looks like Chennai might finally get their first win of the season. DC needs 64 in 5 overs. Not impossible, but you know, the freaking game has been so boring. I'm talking about IPL, man. Yeah, that's how boring this game has been. Yeah. If anyone has any thoughts, please put him in the chat. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. I mean, the game has been very dull. It's been also very one-sided. Espanyol haven't really created any chances that have troubled Barcelona. Barcelona have been comfortable with those 2 goals they've had. Yeah, I guess it's just easy victory for Barca, and there's no post-match analysis today. I'm gonna cut the screen as soon as the game is over. There's no need for analyzing this game, man. It's just been very one-sided. I guess it was important because because the next two games are going to be really, really crazy. The next few games, Bayern, Real Madrid, Barca, and Atleti are going to be really, really intense. It's going to be chaotic. So maybe we needed like a chill game just before that, and we got it. So yeah, now we are just chilling and not a lot happening in this game, and it's good. Yeah. Do you follow ISL? Not really, to be honest with you. I live in the Northeast, so my team is supposed like is Northeast United, but I don't, and I'm planning to go catch a game this month or in the next month. Probably I'll catch a game. Uh, but not really. I don't like sit and watch the ISL. I follow the scores, and I'm keeping in check with what Northeast United is doing. When I was living in Bangalore, I used to watch a lot of Bangalore FC because the stadium was really close to where I used to live in Bangalore. Um, and now, whenever I go back to Bangalore, I do try to catch games of the FC. But yeah, not really ISL guy. Maybe this season has also been like very condensed and very fast paced in the ISL with all the trouble that's been happening. So maybe next season onwards, I will try to properly catch the games, and this time I will catch a game. Probably catch one Northeast United game, but yeah, don't really follow it that. I'm following Minerva Academy though. That's the only thing I'm worried about. That's the only thing I'm serious about in terms of Indian football. And the Indian football and women's team, they are playing well. These are the only things I'm concerned about regarding Indian football. The men's team, I have no hope with what AIFF is doing and everything. Not really interested. Minerva Academy and the women's teams in all the divisions of Indian football. In fact, even the men's under all the youth teams in the men's divisions are also playing really good. So ISL, it's just not. I tried to get into it, but never really kind of it never really caught my eye that much. But probably I just have to give it a chance. Probably sit with it properly. The thing is, I'm already watching so many games because of my work. I'm watching 10 La Liga games, 4 La Liga 2 games. I'm watching Prem games because of the website I work for right now. I'm writing for Premier League as well. So yeah, it's just been a lot to take in. I watched 2 games of Sporting Delhi at the stadium. The atmosphere is really good. They're trying very hard to build a fan base as their inaugural season. I've heard of Sporting Delhi and the way they have kind of conducted their games this season. In fact, my friend from Brazil, he sent me a reel saying, like it's so good to see that Indian football clubs are having atmospheres like this. And I was like, yeah, I didn't even know that because Delhi is very far from where I live, and he told me it's really good to see that. So yeah, I've heard of and I've seen it myself in the reels and from stories of people I follow who live in Delhi. They're doing really good, and it's good, man. I'm glad that you went. I'm glad that you're supporting your local club and you're taking in the atmosphere. The Indian football scene needs a lot of this. I mean, for me, if I have to go watch Northeast United game, it's still a 6-hour drive for me. So if I was living in Guwahati, I would be watching the games every week in, week out, because I just need football. I breathe football. When I was in Spain, I was watching uh, fourth division La Liga, Spanish teams playing, and I was watching Atleti, I was watching Real Madrid and Rayo Vallecano, of course, but I also like the magic of watching teams from such lower divisions going to these small stadiums. So yeah, supporting local football when it's a possibility is always a great thing, and I'm glad you're enjoying the experience with Sporting Delhi, and I hope the team keeps on doing well. I thought I would see Manjapada in front of my oh, that's the fan army, right? The Kerala Blasters. In front of my eyes in the match against Kerala, but there was not a single fan of Kerala. Really? I thought they are one of the more passionate ones, right? Like I know BFC has a good passionate fan base, the West Block Blues, because I went to so many BFC games and I participated in so much of their fan culture despite not speaking Kannada at all. It was always heartwarming to see the support they get, and I've heard about Manjapara and the Kerala supporting group, but I mean, I'm a bit surprised that you say that. Maybe the trip was too far from Kerala to Delhi to make, I guess. But, but I think they're gonna come to Northeast as well. Is the Northeast and KFC game done? Yeah, versus Kerala. I think it's coming in May, right? It's oh yeah, it's in April, but it's actually 4 days from now. Kerala versus Northeast, but it's in Kerala. So yeah, I'm not gonna get to watch that game. Yeah, we just won one game, bro, in 7 games, but 10th in the table. It's not the greatest. And there's no playoffs as well this time, so it's direct league winner. Mumbai City. What the fuck is wrong with Mumbai City, bro? 18 points in 8 games. Come on. Mohan Bagan. Mohan Bagan, I have bad memories because I went to see Messi in the stadium that in which Mohan Bagan plays. Is it not the VYBK Salt Lake Stadium? I think that's where Mohan Bagan plays, right? And I went to watch Messi, and we all know what happened with Messi in Kolkata. So terrible memories. They're boycotting the management as they are protesting against. Sorry, they were boycotting the matches as they're protesting against the management. Oh, really? Huh. I never knew that. So thank you for educating me about the intricacies of Indian football, Udit, because I have no idea what's going on, and it's a bit like I'm learning a lot from your chat. So, um, well, I wonder what's wrong with that, because as far as I know, they've been one of the well-run teams, right? So for so long, and they've always been a good team. They've not had like 4 seasons. I don't know, and I'm surprised that they are protesting against the management. Huh, interesting. Wow, Udinese 3-0 Milan. That too with Milan at home. The Serie A is so unpredictable, dude. Someday Inter Milan. I mean now it's almost Inter Milan's league to win. But at some point Napoli was winning the Scudetto. They were leading, and then Como was like so down below. Roma was so down below. Now everyone's in the European spot. Juventus was like eighth and ninth. Serie A is just an unpredictable league. I guess it's one of the good leagues. You might say it's boring, but the amount of entertainment and unpredictability you get from Serie A is unmatched. It's not a two-horse league like La Liga. That I can say. You got Inter, you got Napoli, you got Milan, Juventus. It's already a four-team league, and then Roma, Atalanta, Bologna, they keep on knocking on the doors of the top four. So yeah, it's a great league in terms of entertainment. I mean, if anyone from Calcio Churcha is watching, shout out to them, because that's one thing I'm jealous of with the Serie A, because it would be so wonderful if we could see like Atletico Madrid, Athletic Bilbao, uh, Sevilla, not anymore, but still, if these teams could fight every year to give competition to Real Madrid or Barcelona, it would be lovely. No, but they Atletico Madrid especially, they start off so well, and then just die down after the 10th match day. And once the Champions League kicks in, Atletico Madrid is like, oh yeah, I'm not chasing La Liga anymore. Bye, everyone, take the league from me. So yeah, that is something I don't like about La Liga, is that there is no competition except for the big two. Atleti come close, but they die so quickly. I would really love a season like the one we saw where Girona was top of the table at some point, and they beat Barca. They didn't beat Real Madrid, but they beat Barca. They were third on the table at some point. Uh, and also this season, Villarreal were so good at the start. Villarreal, Barca, Real Madrid were in a three-way tie for the first position. But then it just became because Villarreal even sacrificed their Champions League to do well in La Liga. They were 35th in Champions League, just 1 point in 8 games. They didn't care about the Champions League at all. They knew they were qualifying again next season, and that the way they would do it is they would like play well in La Liga, and they were doing it, and it was so good for the league because Villarreal, of course, one of my favorite teams to support. Alongside Barcelona, I support Villarreal because the history of Villarreal is just so beautiful. The small club from Valencia, overlooked for so long. So many great players have played in it. Dani Parejo, Riquelme, so many great players have played in it, and the whole city, the whole town is 60,000 people. It's not even the full capacity of the Bernabeu. It's not even the full capacity of Camp Nou, whatever. You could fit the entire town of Villarreal inside a football stadium, And I've always wanted to catch a game at La Ceramica, and maybe one of my goals when I go back to Spain this time is to catch a game at La Ceramica. Yeah, I agree. It's a bit bland here in comparison. Yeah, definitely. Compared to Serie A, it's definitely bland. 23-24. Yeah, 23-24. Girona finished third behind Barca and Real Madrid. But Girona at some point were leading the league. For a very long time, they looked like they will finish top two, qualify for the Supercopa de España, and might even win the league. And it was the same season that Leverkusen was winning the league. It was the same season that Aston Villa were also kind of in the top two race with Man City, was it? And then only Leverkusen survived. And so I would love to see a story like that again. It's been too long. La Liga, I'll give you guys a fact. La Liga has only had 9 winners in nearly, 1929 to 26, 97 years of La Liga, and we've only had 9 winners. Barca, Athletic Club, Real Sociedad, Valencia, Sevilla, Real Betis, Deportivo La Coruña, and wait, what team am I missing? I'm missing an obvious one. Wait, let me go by provinces. So Madrid teams: Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Athletic Club, Real Sociedad, Real Betis, Sevilla, Valencia. What's the other team I'm missing? Celta Vigo? No, Celta Vigo hasn't won. Deportivo La Coruña, yeah, sorry, Deportivo La Coruña, who's in the Segunda División, and who might come back to the first division next season. It's gonna be interesting to see that. But yeah, Savinho and Co. What a season that was, crying Madrid fan, dude. Savinho was it also the left back? I forgot the name of the left back. Anyway, Savinho, Jan Couto, Porto, Christian Stuani. That team that they built, man, Michel, he did so well. Just came out of nowhere. Did a madness, and so close but so far. Savinho got sent off to Man City. So many players. Artem Dovbyk was the striker as well that season. What a team they had. Oh, Gerard Martin is off. Marc Casado comes on for the last 45 minutes. So interesting to see. Gutierrez, yeah. Gutierrez. Thanks for the name, man. Liao getting booed off the pitch. Really, Liao too, such an interesting player, man. His career really is in a limbo with Milan. Maybe he should make a move then. If it's not working out for him, he's been there for a while, and I guess so many big teams would want Liao. Which team right now needs a left winger? Let me think about that. Real Madrid, definitely not. With so many players they already have. Atleti doesn't need a left winger. Barca do need a left winger, but I guess they'll stick with Marcus Rashford. In the Prem, do Arsenal need a left winger? City don't need a left winger. They've got Doku. Liverpool, who's leaving Liverpool? Salah and no, not that. I mean, maybe he'll find a new home. Who knows? Anyways, the second half is kicked off. Let's see if anything interesting happens this half. Do we get a Lamine Yamal hat trick? Do we get something interesting? I don't know. In the Prem, most teams need a left winger, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think, except for Man City, maybe almost all the teams need one. Man United, do they need one? Probably do. It doesn't hurt to get a player like Leao on your team. I would have said Barcelona because they chased Nico Williams so much over the summer that they settled for Rashford, and they have Rafinha who's playing left winger, but he's not a left winger. And if Rashford is finalized, which seems like it would, then Barca also doesn't need it. And I mean, I don't know, Leao. Oh, Lamine Yamal almost chased that ball down. But yeah, where else can Leao go? Can't go in Germany unless it's for like Dortmund or Leverkusen. Because Bayern don't need one, I guess. Luis Diaz is balling. Maybe somewhere like Turkey. Maybe you can go to Turkey and get like a career revival. Because I guess it's too good to go to Saudi Arabia now. Go to like Fenerbahce or whatever, like Marco Asensio is doing right now. If Portugal do good in the Copa de Mundial with Leao picking up form, I can see him heading to the Prem. Yeah, probably that. That's what I'm saying. I think the World Cup is gonna move a lot of players this summer. Lamine Yamal, dancing around these Villarreal, sorry, these Espanyol players like crazy, dude. Ah man, Lamine Yamal is a different gravy, man. He's dancing around so much. Ferran Torres, he needs to get the hat trick today. Yeah, I think a lot of players will move on after the World Cup. Ferran Torres is one of them because he's probably going to start for Spain. He's going to get some game time, and then that should hopefully boost his market value. Leao will be one of those. A lot of players will be moving on after the World Cup. I think it's going to be an interesting summer window. A lot of changes for Real Madrid too. Maybe players like Camavinga is going to get the new home, depending on how he plays with France. Yeah, World Cup is gonna be interesting, dude. The thing is, the games are so late. Like if I was in Spain right now, the timing would have been just perfect. But games at like 3:30 and 6:30 in the morning, I will try to stream as much as I can, as many games as I can. Of course, I'll be doing all the Spain games, probably all the Argentina games, probably France games, Portugal games, the big teams. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, may we get 40 mil each for Kamavinga, Brahim, and Co. I mean, I think Brahim has certainly raised his value after the AFCON. But yeah, definitely the World Cup is going to be the biggest decider on how much he goes for. Uh, maybe, yeah, because when you think about it, Endrick will also come back to after his loan is over. Nico Paz is probably coming back. Victor Munoz might come back to Real Madrid. So a lot of changes. Oh, Villarreal have a one-on-one with Joan Garcia and it hits the post, but it was an offside. It was offside, but it was so easy for Kike Garcia to get behind the Barca highline. My sleep cycle will be effed up over that month. Man, all of us. Because I'm also gonna be working for an American company that time. For them it's the perfect time, but for me it's not, and so I have to log into my shift in that time. But yeah, looking forward to what happens with that. And I will be streaming, so if you feel like you're sleeping, I'll be streaming like freaking Croatia, Bosnia Herzegovina, whatever team that was, just for because I don't want to watch the games alone, like I don't want to be at 3:30 a.m. watching games alone, because World Cup I try to catch every single game. It's the one time we get World Cup in 4 years, and I try to watch all the games. Doesn't matter if they have good teams. Like I'll watch New Zealand versus Honduras, New Zealand versus Haiti. Just because it's a celebration of football, it's 48 teams worked so hard to get there, and this is, it's not just a 7 game tournament as someone likes to say it. It's the biggest thing in the world, and I'll be watching every single game. And I don't want to watch these games alone, so I'll try to get some of my friends from Spain, and we'll do a watch along together because for them it's going to be a much more easier time. And so yeah, if you stay awake, you're welcome to hang out on the World Cup matches, and yeah, and just hang out and share your thoughts. Maybe you can join the stream as well. I can send you the link on Zoom, and you can join the stream and commentate with me. Yeah. Let's see how the World Cup develops. Right now, how is it still 51 minutes? This game is going so slow. What a boring game it has been. I like Barca, man. Why are you playing like this, dude? It's not even like a 2:30 p.m., 2:30 a.m. game. It's just 11:30 now. It's so lazy what this game. C and Drake Pass are coming back or sure. The rest of the players will be called back depending on who our transfer targets will be. Too many variables. Maybe that's why Real Madrid are not making too much noise in the transfer window, because they are just willing to kind of depend on what they already have. With Nico Paz and Endrick, you've already established Endrick as a forward. Nico Paz comes in to Lamine Yamal. Nico Paz comes in to strengthen your midfield, gives you that control that you don't get with Bellingham, the control that you don't get with Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde. You get it with Arda Güler, but maybe Arda Güler is just doing too many things at the same time, so you need someone to kind of take his position once in a while, switch around. So I think Nico Paz coming back is going to be crucial for Real Madrid, I think. Yeah, as you said, too many variables depending on who leaves, who comes back, and I guess they will just decide their strategy based on that. So, yeah. Is Ferran Torres going to get a hat-trick? I feel like he will. I don't know why. I'm getting a weird feeling about this. Oh, wow. I just realized I never even started the second half clock. Nice. I'm an idiot. Lamine Yamal again to take the set piece. I think it's been evidently clear now that he's gonna be the guy from dead balls. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of Lamine Yamal taking dead balls, but let's see. He plays it really well. He actually does really good. It is a goal, but it is offside. But what a well played goal! What a well positioned goal! What a well orchestrated set piece from Lamine Yamal, Eric Garcia, Ferran Torres. It will definitely be checked. But on first glance, it is offside. Ooh. Ooh. Eric Garcia is offside. Ferran is not. Well, I think it'll be reviewed. I think it'll be reviewed. Are they checking it? Yeah, they're gonna check it. Yeah. Sure, I agree. The World Cup is just a different vibe. Yeah. Hopefully, it doesn't become fully USA like the NPN Super Bowl. I might break a monitor if I see longer ad breaks for Curacao versus Ivory Coast. I mean, Coldplay is apparently performing in the final. Can you imagine halftime between, hypothetically, let's say Spain versus England, France, and it's like 1-1 locked in the halftime, and all the players are trying to focus in the locker room. And outside, Coldplay is going, I hear the mission, the bells are ringing. Oh, everyone will lose their shit, dude. Oh my god! Villarreal have a goal back! Paul Lozano gets a goal back from nowhere. We were just talking about the goal that was ruled offside, and the Camp Nou is booing the Barca defense. And they lost concentration so easily. Balde misses the throw-in because the throw-in went in so deep. Kike Garcia calls for a handball. Paul Lozano comes in unmarked on the edge of the box and strikes it nearly on the side of the net. Paul Lozano has cut the deficit down to 1. Now that makes it difficult for Barca because now they will be thinking about the changes they want to make. Barca switched off unnecessarily. The throw-in was allowed to be taken in so far away. Like Kike Suarez. Sorry, what is his name? Kike Garcia came in from so deep to take the ball. Yeah, you can't be that lacking, you know. Now they have to sharpen up and get another goal because otherwise we're losing this game, bro. Espanyol scored, comeback is on. Espanyol, but yes, come on, Espanyol, get a couple more. Yeah, you guys are hate watching, and it's finally starting to take shape, eh? So let's see. Now the game is finally taking some shape, yeah. 30 minutes to go. I mean, no keeper in the world is saving that, dude. Yeah, Joan Garcia dived as much as he could, but the ball went into the side netting. So that's how precise it had to be. Again, Villarreal running behind the Barca high line. They get into dangerous position, but Cubarsí is there to change the outcome. Otherwise, it was going in again. I think Barca were in danger. Pedri is running in. I don't want Pedri to get exhausted. I think it's getting dangerous for Pedri. Oh yeah, update the score. Thank you. I will always struggle with this, man. I did just updated the score. Ferran dancing around the defender. I think he's going to take a shot. No, he doesn't. He plays it out to Lamine. Lamine plays it to Fermin. I think Barca are overplaying this thing. There's unnecessary complication. Just take the shot, one of you, man. Lamine takes a shot. Too easy to save. Carried away by Dimitrovic. Still, Barca not convincing enough right now. Again, the same problem against Atletico Madrid. They have had 11 shots, only 2 goals. Unless it is an Anknem Neuer. Yeah, maybe Neuer is the only one that could save those kind of shots. Right, 30 minutes to go. Barca, 1 goal deficit. I mean, I think if Barca managed to get a draw, it would still not be bad, but they should not be losing. Again, the high line is getting exposed. Ronaldo Araujo's pace helps the Espanyol defender to stay off, but still not looking good. It's the 1 hour mark is coming up, and both Pedri and Lamine Yamal are still on the pitch. Hansi Flick, get them off. Don't overexhaust them. Again, terrible ball from Gavi. Come on, ref, give Pedri a random red 5-game suspension type of thing. No, man. Don't. The reputation of La Liga referees is already ruined. If they do something like that, yeah, we are never gonna recover our reputation in the world, dude. Like even in the World Cup, I think they've only chosen like one or two referees from Spain. Our reputation is so bad, dude. But I just hope that they substitute of Pedri and Yamal soon. Hansi, what are you doing, bro? Throw this game away. It's not important. Throw the game away. You have a one goal lead. You can draw it. Throw the game away. Sub off Yamal and Pedri. Araujo crosses it. Ferran! No, that's Fermin, and he wins the corner. That was really good. Came out of nowhere, that chance. Wow, Isak back on the pitch for Liverpool. I don't even know when I saw him back on the pitch last. Wow. I don't care about Isak, man. I don't know why. When players do that thing where they stop training to kind of force a move to their new team, I kind of lose respect for fellow players. It's just a me thing, And the fact that they pay 150 for him and they 150 million euros for him and they're struggling so much gives me immense happiness. I don't like players who do that. Even Lewandowski, when he came to into Barca, he stopped training. He didn't go. He didn't do his duties properly. I don't like players like that. I think modern football doesn't need those kind of attitudes. It's just. Oh my God, Gerard Martin's leg is bleeding still. Jesus Christ. Well, I think substitutions are coming on for Barcelona, and I hope Pedri and Lamine are at least one of those. I hope both of them go off, or at least one of them goes off. I hope Barca. We don't need the win, man. Oh, Lamine with the crucial pass into Ferran. Ferran plays it back to Fermin, crashing into the box, but the ball is cut out. Lamine Yamal has the ball again. He's running on down the wing from the right hand side. He plays it too much, I think, and he wins the corner. Villarreal is insisting it's not a corner, but it is a corner, Lamine Yamal. I think the subs will wait until this corner is done. And yeah, Lamine Yamal taking the corner. He's on every single dead ball now. Interesting to see. Oh, beautiful corner, but straight to the hands of Dimitrovic and played away. Barca still have possession. They let it go off the throw-in, and I think that's when the subs will be made. Interesting to see who comes on, who goes off. Agreed, man. This season, Isaac got hit at the karma of it all. He didn't play for long durations of the season. Exactly. I like I like when it happens to players and the team as well that has unlimited money and thinks they can just drag. They can just force players to do that against their current clubs. Liverpool, I don't know. I've had good respect for them, but the fact they have unlimited money and they just like went on a spree and then they're having a terrible season gives me really good pleasure, especially with Isaac. Like, who do you think you are, man? You play for Newcastle, you just won the Carabao Cup, and suddenly you're stop training and you think you're bigger than it all. You're bigger than the club. I don't like players like that. Even if someone does that for Barcelona, I would not like it. Like Lewandowski. 4-0 Bayern. I mean, it's normal, dude. It's normal for Bayern. 4-0. I'm surprised it's not like 7-0 or something. For Barca, for Bayern, it's completely normal scoreline. Just another day at the office. Let them get out all their goal scoring frustration against San Pauli, and then hopefully against Madrid they don't score. Wait, Yamal is still on the pitch. Pedri is still on the pitch. Gavi went off. I don't like what Hansi Flick is doing, dude. Why risk it? I mean, just go away, man. Just go sit on the bench, Pedri. Pedri's balls are so killer, man. Fermin's pass cut off. Villarreal trying to build up from the back now. Oh, good interception from Cancelo. The worst of it all for Newcastle was that Liverpool bought their first choice replacement for Isak and Ekpike, then they bought Isak. That is what I'm saying. That greed that teams with so much money have, I never like it. When PSG still have money, right? But they're not greedy anymore. When they had the money and they signed all that superstars, in the same window, Messi, Donnarumma, Wijnaldum, and 1 second. Rashford is one-on-one. You gotta finish it, Rashford. If you don't, you're terrible. Rashford, just go home, man. Just go back to Manchester, bro. How do you just get out? Nah, Rashford is just like horrendous. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. When teams do that with unlimited money and don't think they can just bully smaller teams, I don't like it. That's why Liverpool, the downfall has been so satisfying for me this season. With spending 450 million euros and buying two forwards for 100 and almost 200 million. Yeah, man. Then you are embarrassingly losing 10 games in a row or whatever, 10 games without a win in the Premier League in December, November. Yeah, satisfaction. Anyways, क्या था Rashford? क्या कर रहा है? You are literally brought in to replace Rafinha, who is injured. ऐसे खेलेगा भाई चैंपियंस लीग में? छी. No, we need Leao, bro. Bring Rafael Leao. भगाओ Rashford, bro. Remember his United times. For real, man. Oh my god, Villarreal into the Barca box, but Eric Garcia very well defended. Espanyol. Okay. I don't know why I keep confusing it with Villarreal. I just keep thinking it's Villarreal that's playing because the kit is so yellow. It's so strikingly Villarreal. I'm like, oh yeah, Villarreal into the box. No, it's Espanyol. Anyways, a corner for Espanyol. Corner comes in, headed, Joan Garcia. Wow. Gautam, your stream is ahead of me. How? Are you watching on fan code or what? Yeah, Joan Garcia, good save, man. Oh, Joao Cancelo is running, he gets into the box. Hey, Joao Cancelo! What a run, bro. This guy is so amazing, dude. Whenever I play FIFA, I play him on my left wing, I don't play him as a left back. He's just so good. Play him instead of Rashford, dude. We have Balde for to cover in the left back. Play Joao Cancelo instead of Rashford. Maybe it'll look better. Oof. 69 minutes have been played. Nice. And 20 minutes to go. Barcelona barely holding on to a 1-goal lead. As it stands, Barca will be. Oh, Chennai lost? No, Chennai won. Okay. Anyways, I was talking about Barca. As it stands, the table, Barca has a 9-point gap with this victory, right? If they draw, it's a 7-point gap, and then they face each other in a month's time. So, very, very crucial times up ahead in the next 20 minutes. A loss will hurt Barca, not that much. A draw will not hurt Barca that much, but a win would completely calm down Barca's nerves ahead of the Atleti tie. And I think they need to. They need to calm themselves. Cancelo should start instead of Dalo with Nuno. Hmm. Good thought. Good thought. I don't not familiar with the Portugal team dynamics. Um, I don't know why is he not starting? Like I would assume he was starting. Um, but I guess he's now naturally more of a left back. I know he's a natural right back, but he's played so long in the left back position, he's been more accustomed to it, I guess. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. A lot of it will be decided on the World Cup friendlies before the World Cup, right? In the middle of June. Yeah, we'll see. 20 minutes to go. What happens from now on? Lamine Yamal is still on the pitch. Pedri is still on the pitch. I don't like this, man. Hansi Flick, have some balls, bro. Calero, but it's out for a goal kick. In friendlies, Dalo was there. Could be a case of just the friendlies, right? I mean, I don't know how good of a season Dalo has been having at Man United, and I also don't know what the hierarchy in Portugal is compared to De La Fuente in Spain, where it's very strict. I don't know if the hierarchy is stricter in Portugal or whether it's like based on performances. Well, yeah, interesting to see. If Getafe and Alaves make them drop points, if we win all of ours, and the most important of all, if Barca get a couple of cheeky suspensions over these last games. So many ifs. Oh man. Uh See, the thing is, one sec. Pedri is charging into space. Pedri goes down in the box, not a penalty. Thing is, Alaves has a really good chance of getting a draw from Barca because Alaves, I posted it on my story as well, and I talked about it on my podcast. Under their new manager, Alaves, Quique Sanchez Flores, Alaves have been holding games until the 90th minute. So even if they go down, they have come back. That they showed it today against Real Sociedad, and then they showed it against Celta Vigo when they came from 3-0 down. Then they showed it against Valencia and Villarreal when one of the games they lost in the 90th minute and the other game they equalized in the 90th minute. So Alaves has a really good chance of upsetting Barca. You should be hoping that Alaves does it because Getafe, with the haram ball they play, I think Barca will be content with letting them sit deep and Barca will just do like bunch of long shots and barrages into the box. But yeah, Alaves is what you should be expecting a chance from for Barca. The suspensions is probably, I don't think you will have much chance with that. Feel Roberto Martinez will start Nuno and Cancelo or Nuno and Semedo. Semedo, is Semedo still good? I don't know, man. He was a Barca player. He was horrible. I mean, sorry, he wasn't horrible. But I mean, our options were Nelson Semedo and Sergio Roberto. So, um, I don't know if Semedo is still in the in the national team setup, but I don't think he starts ahead of Cancelo at least. Interesting. Semedo still plays for Portugal, funnily, but mentioned with them. How? How is Semedo in Big 2026 is still playing? I mean, good for him, I guess. He became better, I guess. But dude, the times I saw him in Barcelona, I was surprised that they sold him to Wolves for 40 million. They just sold it for like 10 million. Even if you're lucky, you would get 10 million for him. But the fact that he's still playing in the national team, that's good, I guess. Maybe it shows that Portugal don't have good fullbacks because you have Cancelo and Diego Dalot, and then you still have Semedo in the mix. So maybe he is playing good. Huh. Anyways, the game's become boring again. Barca are just crossing, and inshallah, they're just hoping that the ball will find someone. Meanwhile, Espanyol are attacking more, and I'm worried now because I think Espanyol are probably gonna have the next better chance. Espanyol's gonna have a clear chance of coming up, I think. Villarreal corner, but goes over the head of, who was it? Esposito? Jyotir Moy, welcome back. You left at the 3rd minute and you came back on the 77th minute. Welcome back. Game's almost over, but since you're a Real Madrid fan, I'm assuming you are wishing for an Espanyol goal. So the next 15 minutes, you are gonna have a lot of fun watching this game. But right now, it looks like Lamine Yamal is on the attack, and Lamine Yamal is trying so many things. It's not just working for him in the last 2 games. He's trying so hard, but somehow he's being read every time. Oh, great, Bordalas. Please give me hope again. Annoy Flix Barca, punish them, get them to foul more, or just foul them out. Yeah, if any one manager you can pray to absolutely frustrate Barca, absolutely make them lose their heads, it is Jose Bordalas. So. Yeah, maybe he will listen to your prayers. Who knows? Getafe also, I think Getafe will play a bit more aggressively. I think they are in contention for Euro, at least Conference League. They're 8th in the table when this game week started. So I don't see them actually sitting behind and playing Harami Panti because I think they will fight for that European position. They will fight for the Conference League at least. So yeah, it could be a pretty open game, and Barca might take advantage of it. So again, long ball from Lamine Yamal doesn't reach anyone. It's such a boring game right now. But Villarreal, I keep calling them Villarreal. It's Espanyol. The yellow jerseys are confusing me. Espanyol is in the box. Oh no! He almost got it. Why is Achar coming on as a substitute? Paul is going off. Achar is coming on. Okay. No one else got that joke. Okay. Yeah, how could he miss that? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It was on the plate, but he couldn't just connect. Instead, he connected with Joan Garcia. Barca have Atleti, UCL, Celta, then Getafe. Annoying fixtures. Celta also looking to get in the Europa League. Yeah. And Celta, I think, are gonna get knocked out this round. against Freiburg because they're 3-0 down away from home. The second leg is at home. So if they get knocked out, Celta, from the Europa League, yeah, their next big bet is to try and get to Europa League again. So they're definitely gonna play harder. Getafe, as I said, are probably aiming for a Conference League spot. So yeah, every team that Barca will face have something on the line. In fact, that is the story of La Liga. If you just don't look at the top four, every other team has something on the line. Some teams are fighting to not fall into the relegation zone. Some teams are fighting to maintain stability in the mid-table. Some teams are fighting for Europe. Some teams are fighting for, I mean, not anyone is fighting in the top four anymore. Like it's almost confirmed. Barcelona is champions. Real Madrid will finish second. Villarreal is gonna be third. Athletic fourth. I think nothing else will change from there. In fact, Atletico Sevilla is tonight, but I won't be streaming that because मेरे को भूख लग रहा है, मेरे को खाना है अभी. And oh no, Lamine Yamal too slow on the ball. El Hilali passes it into the box, and it is blocked by Eric Garcia. Espanyol are knocking on the doors of Barcelona. It is not looking good right now for Barcelona. I think they are struggling. Is it tired legs? Is it a bit of a lack of confidence since they went 2-1 down, since that goal came in from nowhere with so much defensive lapse? Has that completely thrown off their game? Because it's been all Espanyol. Espanyol have been more lethal. Espanyol have been more connective. And right now, Barca has not been a fraction of what Espanyol have been doing. Araujo clears it. Barca have a chance for a counter, but Olmo hits it straight to the Espanyol player. Olmo goes down, and that is a free. Wow, I started the stream with no hopes, and I'm about to end it with a delusion of Madrid still being able to win La Liga. Well, that is what happens on La Liga Vic streams. We change thoughts. I am also a psychologist. I have a degree in psychology. So what I do subconsciously in La Liga Vic Watchalongs is I play with your mind. Have you read the book 1984 and how thought control is done through cameras and technology and stuff like that? That is what I'm doing when you're listening to my voice. The mic is projecting a frequency that you can't hear. That is letting me able to control your thoughts. And that is why now you're delusional. So that now you'll keep coming back to my stream for the next game because you'll be like, oh shit, Madrid has a chance to win La Liga. So that'll make you keep coming back on the stream. And that is 4D chess. Fermin Lopez goes off. Frankie de Jong returns from injury. Fermin sub before Lamine Yamal is stupid. It's absolutamente estúpido. Hey, yo, don't unsub. Hey, yo. I was kidding, man. Come on. No. I was joking. You think I can do that? No, hell no, man. Don't unsub. Yo, chill, man. We're gonna enjoy the Real Madrid comeback. 4-0 for Real Madrid. Yeah. Nah, I'm delusional now. Hey, yeah. Don't unsub. Don't unsub. Damn, brought me down to my knees, man. Yeah, sorry. What the hell is going on with Hansi Flick? Why is Lamine Yamal still on the pitch? He has Atletico Madrid on Tuesday. It's Saturday night. Pedri still on. Is Pedri still on? I hope not, right? He is still on. Bloody hell. Hansi Flick, you've had a howler. Lamine Yamal running. He's dancing around the defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he shoots and the shot is blocked. Lamine Yamal is creating magic, but you don't have to. It's 5 minutes to go. Go sit on the bench, put on an ice pack on your thighs. Just sit the f down. Also Barca, Lamine Yamal, I think his play is getting read too easily now. Like all the defenders are now able to kind of predict the next movements in the final third for Lamine. Yeah, you can't stop him when he's running full pace at you, but as soon as you get to the box and the pace slows down a bit, I think most of the defenders have kind of at least 70% of the defenders that Yamal goes up against have figured out his movement patterns and everything. So, yeah. Yeah, Lamine and Pedri playing the full 90 is good. Even if they come back against Atleti, these guys will be playing. क्या आदमी है रे इतना hate watch करता है भाई तू yeah, playing them full 90 minutes, yo, you're celebrating that, man. Crazy, dude. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Atleti now they're definitely gonna be out of tank um against Atleti when they start the game, and let's hope they don't proceed to overwork themselves and get an injury. So yeah. Oh, Lamine Yamal is one-on-one with the keeper. Lamine Yamal has an empty goal, and he scores! Lamine Yamal has finally scored. He has scored. Barcelona have sealed the game. It is 3-1. Absolute howler for Dimitrovic, who has been playing so well the entire game. He's come out well. He's saved crosses. He's saved shots at him. But this one lapse of concentration right towards the end has gifted Lamine Yamal a simple goal to an empty net. With that, Barcelona have secured yet another victory in the Barcelona derby. Lamine Yamal gets a goal, adding to his assist, and Gotham, well, the hate watch isn't successful for you. We take the small W's when our own team gives us misery. uh, What did my eyes just see? Yeah, Dimitrovic, he started well. He started well. He just couldn't clear the ball. He got to the ball first as well, but he hit it straight at Yamal, and then it ricocheted off of him, and it's on an empty net. He could have tried to like maybe flick it around or like do something else, but the distance between Yamal and the ball was too close to have been coming out doing such a risk. Lamine Yamal, just go sit on the bench now. 15 goals in La Liga for Lamine Yamal. That is crazy number, dude. uh, what is Espanyol doing? Yeah, man. Espanyol have already clocked out of the game. Four goals! Frankie de Jong. Dude, Espanyol had so much time to mark the Barca defender. I mean, it was for Frankie de Jong, but Frankie de Jong had so much time. He just waited. Everyone in the chat is losing it. Enough. I'm dead. This is enough. Yeah, everyone in the chat has said enough. Guys, I don't blame you, man. You guys can log off the stream. I'm not gonna do any special analysis after the game. Don't worry. It's just been such a one-sided game, straightforward game. Great win for Barcelona. Espanyol again could not close the game, but yeah. 4-1 for Barcelona. Again, they score more than 4 goals at the Camp Nou. But look at the fact that Frankie de Jong has so much time. So many players with an empty chance. But Rashford, he does well, but it's not the greatest of strikes. He does it well. He does it well, but I don't think there could have been 30 other variations of that ball going anywhere else in the planet. But good job for Rashford. That's 2 goals in 2 games in La Liga, filling in for Rafinha. But he needs to pop up in the Champions League against Atleti, dude. This is why I hate watching Madrid these days in comparison to this. They just collapsed in the last 5 minutes, man. No, I get it. I 100% get you, because these are things you would expect from Barca, of course, but you would also expect Madrid, under pressure when the opponent team is piling up so much chances and so many opportunities. Barcelona did not like go into their shell and shut down. They decided to still play fearlessly, and yeah, that they got the result for that. Yeah, Barca have now got all 3 points, and it's 9 points clear with 7 games to go, including the El Clasico. 5 extra minutes. Will we have another goal? Espanyol just now throwing Barca players on the ground because they're pissed. I wonder if Manolo Gonzalez, the Espanyol manager, still has a job after this, because in 2026 they haven't had a single win now. I think they'll still be 10th somehow. But to lose against your rivals, not the greatest look for Espanyol, man. They're also piling up in the GD. Oh yeah, definitely. Barcelona are scoring freely this season. Hansi Flick's teams are so good in attacking, dude. I think they needed someone like Hansi Flick to revitalize the tiki-taka kind of, the boring sort of tiki-taka, to kind of make it such a high-risk game, and they've done it. Definitely, they've done it, and that's the rewards are paying off. 2 La Liga titles in 2 years is almost within reach. The thing is, they'll kill us every season when it comes to GD with Flick. Yeah, because uh, it's hard to explain, no? Because when you even have someone like Mbappe scoring so many goals, it's just Mbappe scoring so many goals. It's not a team effort. That's the problem. Like you see, Barcelona, Ferran has like 12, Lamine has 15, Rashford has 6. Lewandowski, I don't know how much he has, but he probably has a good number too. So it's such a team effort with Barcelona. Um, Fermin has so many, almost got crucial goals. Yeah. 6-0 Bayern. अच्छा चलता हूँ. No, but look at it. Bayern have released their frustration against San Pauli. Okay, 5-0. Still, big scoreline. They released their frustration against San Pauli. And now, maybe they will not score so much against Real Madrid. So maybe Real Madrid go through. Rashford is through on goal, but he decides to play. Why you do that, Rashford? Just take the ball and go forward. It's not United. You have the free will to do things here. No one's gonna like. Oh, why are you playing all the way back to Joan Garcia, dude? Well, I have to make a video about this game on my Instagram, but I'm so hungry, man. I need to eat something. Then I'll make a video of my thoughts about the game on Instagram. Game's over almost, right? 10 seconds to go. Barcelona's ready to celebrate. All right. Barcelona derby goes to Football Club Barcelona with 4-1 on the night. surprised a bit because when the score was 2-1, Barcelona almost looked like conceding the next goal, but a moment of lapse of concentration from Espanyol, and Barcelona made the most of it. Lamine Yamal, crucial again. Frank de Jong with an assist on his return from injury. The only thing I'm worried about is Yamal, Pedri both played 90 minutes, which now coming up against Atletico Madrid should give them confidence with this scoreline. What an anthem, man. I love this anthem. Anyways, that is it then for this stream. I don't want to do an analysis for this game. It's very straightforward. Barca win, good scoreline, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna go have my dinner, and just want to say thank you to everyone who joined in. It was a great stream, very fun stream actually. One of the highest messages in chat in most of my in almost all of my streams so far. So yeah, thanks everyone who interacted. Gautam, Uday, Jyotirmoy, everyone who was here. Thank you for interacting. And if I missed anyone, sorry. Lock in for Atalanta versus Juve. Thank you for enjoying the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna have some food and hopefully you have a good game with Atalanta and Juve. Yeah, definitely next game, Champions League. Catch you guys for that. So yeah, have a great night everyone. Thank you for joining the stream once again. Muchas gracias por todos. Ciao, hasta luego, buenas noches. This is the Liga Vic. See you guys next time. Bye bye.